First rates, no harm in saying Happy New Year again, because today for me the real market starts. Yesterday was more like a sideshow, and the real deal today is that markets are off to a flat start with a positive bias. The breadth is once again looking rather charged up. For me, the breadth I think will be the talking point to judge the market mood and to understand the market trajectory right now. Let's look at the setup. Let's look at the market current, beam balance, and there are no large individual fireworks here or there. Nifty the downside in terms of the price action, and also in terms of the price action, and also in terms of the current trend it continues. One looks at Zomato, you look at Tata Power, look at macro tech developers. It is already part of the 1 lakh crore club now. How exciting is that? So in general, markets are looking charged up. The breadth is positive. Sensex and the Nifty in a sense are not really giving you a true picture of what the real underlying tone of the market is. And somewhere Bank Nifty, which was supposed to go higher, haven't we said that for so many days now, but the Bank Nifty is not going higher. Small and mid cap stocks still in the green. The smaller you go, the higher the gains are. That's just like a parallel market what we are staring at. Flat for index, but a decent one for small and mid cap stocks.
Yeah, the small and the mid-cap space is where the most amount of action is. So let me flag out a few stocks there. Zomato, of course, we talked about, but Lemon Tree Hotels is also starting on the front foot. BHEL is also the stock in focus. Lupin, on account of that Nomura note and one of the highest target price on the street, is also something to watch out for. You also have PTC Industries, which is actually perking up on decent volumes. Inox Wind Energy, GTND, Alembic Pharma. So some of these names deserve mention. On the losing side, I think there is some adjustment on all cargo logistics, but because that is showing a sharp downtick. Let's see what the rates are suggesting on all cargo logistics. Okay, so on an adjusted basis, they're still higher by 7 to 8%. Let's try and identify the reason of why that stock is moving higher. Sectorally speaking, it's only Pharma which is on the front foot, led by the gains in Lupin, Glenmark, Aurobindo Pharma. Energy has also started on the front foot as well. Coal India is one stock which has gained almost 1%. The December month data was out for Coal India and looks like the street is giving it a bit of thumbs up. Talking about the December data, APL Apollo was a bit weak. Let's see what the stock is reacting. Let's look for reaction on Ultratech Cement, a South Indian bank, a Dhanlakshmi bank as well, because all of these came out with their December updates, and similar can be said for GTL Industries as well, because all of these stocks will be in focus on account of those. Antique has actually came out with a note on DCB Bank talking about how there's a bit of leadership change which is expected and likely to happen soon. So let's see whether DCB Bank is reacting. Yes, so after that 8% move yesterday, it's higher by around 3% today. On the losing side, IT is declining, so that's the weakest link right now. Infosys, L&T Tech, Wipro, HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra. These are some of the names which are firmly on the back foot right now. Even banking names aren't doing much, and it's the heavyweights again from the private banking space which are the key issue here. So Kotak Mahindra Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis, HDFC, these are your top losers today, and even AU Small Finance Bank and SBI are not doing much at all. So overall, it's a bit of a weak opening, but continue tracking what's happening to all cargo logistics because that's showing quite a bit of traction right now. You also have Vodafone Idea that continues to power ahead in terms of the move we saw yesterday, and it's building on to gains today. BSC is the other one, as well as you have Route Mobile, which is doing quite well for itself, Avan.
Absolutely. But let's find out those first trades from our chartists as well. And Kunal, what is it that you're punching in for the day?
So IndusInd Bank looks attractive. The stock yesterday made a mild comeback above that 1580, 1585 mark. So would look out to trade in the stock in the open, especially if it dips down marginally towards 1580, 85 levels again.
Okay, let's find out then, Naresh, what exactly you make of the screen. Some of those stocks that maybe lagged a bit yesterday are seeing a bit of a comeback. It's not a very convincing move for the frontline indices or the large caps. So how are you placing your first trade?
So the breadth still looks positive. The mid cap and the small cap indices are in the positive. So the trade I would be looking out for is Apollo Hospitals, wherein I could expect some bit of movement going forward. Fresh 52-week high here as well.
Kunal, I wanted your take on Lupin and All Cargo. Both of those names are showing quite a bit of traction at the start itself.
So yeah, Lupin is something which is interesting. In fact, the stock 3 days back had given a swing breakout about 1335 mark. It had moved up to 1350 levels, dipped down back again in the last couple of days, And today again it's a breakout. Now interestingly today the stock has shown a gap up opening so far, so which means that if throughout the day the stock doesn't dip down to fill this gap, it could be considered as a classic breakout yet again for Lupin. So this should be an attractive, and this 1330-35 odd mark should act as a support for the stock. All cargo logistics, I think after the adjusted price of 90 approximately, we would probably expect the previous swing lows, which is closer to 84-85, to act as a strong swing support for the stock.
All right, that's the view coming in, checking in on some of the stocks that are in the spotlight then in today's trading session.